Hey guys, while I was out here today, I thought we'd go over the ThermoRest Neo Air. This is the Xtherm. This is their winter model, and I have it in wide and extra long. I initially got this when I was sort of fed up with a couple of my other pads that I've been using and wanted something a little bit more lighter weight, more compressible. I will tell you, I did try the Neo Airs when they first came out, and I couldn't stand the crinkly. They are sort of like the space blanket turned into a pad. I had some issues with an Exped that I used for a very long time, and initially switched to this for some winter camping. Hey guys, coming to you from Antarctica, of course. Give you a little swing around and show you the setup. Got the little coffin. As you can see, it's a little dark and ominous, but this is our view. As you can see, it's nice and quiet up here. Just a alley full of grounded out icebergs. And so far I've really liked it. It still has a little bit of crinkle to it. So if you move a lot, that's going to be weird. I still hate the old school valve. You know, I much prefer the Exped valves after using those for a long time. And I've switched back to an Exped for my summer pad. Some of their Hyper Light, which we'll do a review on down the road. But for winter camping, this is what I've been using. And I actually use it with a big Agnes bag that is designed for a full square pad. And this one is sort of a tapered mummy design. But it's been working great. I don't actually put the pad in the bag. I just sleep on top of it like normal. And it seems to be working out wonderful. So far, I haven't had any issues with it as far as being too cold in any of the temperatures that I've done. And I've definitely taken it down to at least freezing. It's got a pretty good R rating for how small it gets compacted up. The biggest issue is going to be sort of the lightweight material. I like the fact that it doesn't have like an actual synthetic insulation or even a down insulation like the Expeds do. These guys are relying on the reflectivity and the chambers that they create in there. And I'm sure there's a website out there you can jump to and you'll see the little triangle reflection. So it really starts pushing the cold air away from you for the cold ground and the warm air from your body back to you, and kind of really separates that, which is the whole goal of having a sleeping pad. So I've really enjoyed the pad. You can definitely feel the warmth when you get on it, especially because I don't have insulation underneath me from the big Agnes sleeping bag. You're definitely right on top of this pad with just a very thin material in between you. So I've appreciated its thermal property. The crinkly is always going to bug me, and just the old standard pad. I will show you the stuff sack and what it looks like packed away, but the stuff sack will allow you to blow it up so you don't have to use your mouth. It's very slow and very tedious just due to the size of the stuff sack, but I'll show you that in a second. Overall, I give it sort of 8 out of 10. I do like it for winter camping. If you're a sturdy sleeper and that crinkling's not going to bother you, you're not going to have any issues with it. The material is a little bit lighter weight. I do have a small leak somewhere, but it's literally, it takes all night to start to deflate, and then maybe my hips will touch the ground. So I haven't figured out where it is. I just haven't had the time yet. But like with any inflatable pad, make sure you got a good patch kit in case something happens. But so far I haven't treated this thing very gingerly, and it's been holding up pretty well. All right guys, back in the studio with the Xtherm here. I want to give you just a quick size comparison. Most of the time you'll see written on there that it's about the size of an Algene. It's a little bit bigger. The last time I packed this, it was sort of hastily packed. As it usually is, you're not going to always spend that extra 5 minutes to make sure it's folded perfectly and get it back in your pack. It's wet, it's raining, you want to get the stuff packed up and be on the road. Alright guys, so it probably takes a good 15 or 20 billow fulls of this. It's definitely better than getting a bunch of moisture into your bag, especially when you're doing winter camping, which is what this is designed for. It's certainly a lot warmer than any of the other winter bags I've used. I do think it's less bulky than some of even the nicer Expeds. I'm just sort of done with Exped. I would like to test some of their other stuff, but Strike 2, I've had 2 of their inside baffles just go bad on me on 2 different brands and, or I should say lines of bags. So That's why I'm stuck back with the old valve that I don't like. I do prefer the Exped valve, but with this inflation thing, you know, I'm not necessarily always in a hurry. You know, kind of sit down and enjoy filling this up. I'm usually doing it in Antarctica, so there's usually a pretty good view while it's going there, as long as the weather's good. But yeah, you are stuck with the old school valve. I really enjoy the sort of softer. I wish you could feel this over the video here, but it's not sticky, but it's kind of a grippy type. Yeah, material. I think it's 30 denier on the top and 70 on the bottom. Now I did, you heard me say that I did have a puncture, a very slow leak. So this was a field repair I did while on the ship in Antarctica. This is just some nylon and then quite a bit of Silnet, McNet's glue on top there, and it's been flawless for the last year. So this is the choice for my winter bag, and again, I'm going to use it again this season, just as it is down in Antarctica in my bivy sack. So I have no qualms with it for winter camping. If it gets really cold, I would definitely put a thinner foam liner in there, and I got a couple products that I'm going to be testing again this year while I'm down there. So I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know what you guys prefer to use for your winter bags, and yeah, catch you guys in the mountains. Take care. Hey guys, just want to give you a huge thank you for the continued support that you always give me. We'll be putting out more content as always, everything from the high Arctic down to Antarctica and everywhere in between for our adventures on two wheels. We'll catch you down the road. Thanks again, guys.